You're listening to Blind Chats with the Backroad Chicks.
Welcome to the Late Night Cruise.
The Late Night Cruise.
We're your hosts,
Courtney
and Brienne. Buckle in.
It's going to be a wild ride. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, unless you have a better idea.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Okay, go. Love and marriage
goes together like a horse and carriage.
That's terrible.
I think it was quite nostalgic.
It was a little bit of nostalgia buzz.
And so inspired by recent events.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Life is a crapshoot, you know?
It really is.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a really special occasion when a blind person can see you blush.
Hey, listen. I don't want to talk about it, okay?
It's just good to see you happy and smiling.
Yeah, I know it doesn't happen very often, does it?
Well, it does, but for different kinds of reasons.
This is true.
Like a nice warm beverage to your lips.
Oh, is there anything better than when that first sip of coffee touches your soul?
Oh, just that warm fluid down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
I think that means we should dedicate non-sponsored today.
Today is Tim Hortons. Yeah,
with a extra special shout out to the white chocolate pistachio beverages, the beverage line. Mostly this delicious pistachio latte.
I'm pretty basic. I'm pretty vanilla. I just like my coffee.
It's good.
It is good. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi. Talk about it.
Oh my gosh, we just did it again.
I know.
Unintentionally.
That is true.
Okay. It's a thing. It's a thing, folks.
So we were talking about you smiling lately. And it's so nice.
Well, yeah, we're talking about me smiling. We could talk about you smiling too, because,
I feel like today was not a smiley day for me. So.
No, it wasn't a smiley day, but it feels like it was a breakthrough day.
It might have been. It is all about discoveries, like how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads us to the topic for today.
It leads us to our episode today.
Why don't you tell them what we're talking about, Courtney?
Well, our topic today is a question that we are going to talk about and answer. And anybody out there that has opinions can certainly chime in.
Reach out to us,
and we can, come back to it. But how would your perfect partner treat you?
Ooh. Can go 9 ways to Sunday on this one.
Oh gosh, right? There's so many different things. There's so many ideas. There's so many, things that they could do.
And categories and genres and personalities. There's so many routes to take this.
And I mean, I am speaking from a position of no experience.
And I'm speaking from a position of probably too much experience.
Well,
not sexual, I'm not like that. But too many long-term relationships, manipulationships, situationships. All kinds of ships.
All the ships.
You know what? Titanic was more promising than my love life.
Come on.
Hey, if you watch the movie in reverse, it's about a ship that saves people. Just saying.
Okay. I can't actually argue with that thought now that I think about it.
Which leads me to my first core value, a protector.
Oh, a protector.
Absolutely. One of the number one traits for me and how my partner should treat me is be a protector. A man's man. I need to feel safe and like a woman in his embrace. Mentally, emotionally, physically. I need that. I need to know when stuff gets tough, that man is my rock, that, if someone did me wrong, he'd be there to defend me. Not someone that goes out and starts like bar fights for no reason, but someone that defends your honor, stands up for you, like holds you when you're scared. Like that.
See, I feel like that's, yes, absolutely, I agree. But I think that protector could mean many different things.
I'm just giving my definition.
Yeah, of course.
How do you view it?
I agree. I also, but I mean, like, I don't know. For me, it's like I don't need like this big burly guy.
No, I need a lumber snack.
See, I'm not. I don't. Like, if I feel safe on an emotional level, that's one thing. I mean, obviously to feel safe in their embrace, but I don't necessarily feel like that has to be a physical attribute.
I mean, hey, different strokes, right? Yep. I just don't want to be with a little twiggly thing that I'm, bigger and burlier than. I don't want to be rubbing sticks, starting fires in the bush. I'm just saying, I want a bear, like bearded, bulky, husky, bull-like ox bear. Just like, grab me and be like, yeah, it's my woman.
No, see, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't look at it that way at all.
But I feel like we kind of like squirrel, but that's okay.
We totally had different types, very clearly.
Oh, okay? Yeah, but that's good. We will never fight.
That's very true. We will never fight over who we're attracted to.
That is very true. That is a blessing, yes, let me tell you.
It really is.
Just stay away from my Jason Statham.
Oh, really?
Oh, yum. Yeah, or Bruce willis, that bald head. No. But we were supposed to talk about traits of how we want to be treated, not...
Yeah, it's more a question. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So protector is one role for you.
Yes, huge.
I totally agree.
And chivalry is a must. Brienne does not open doors. No, I do not touch door handles or doorknobs. A man's job is to open the door, to stand on the side of the road where the traffic is, to sleep on the side of the bed where the burglars come, to face the door at the restaurant. And DF taught me all this shit. And it's good. It's imperative.
It's funny that you bring up...
Walk me to my door.
It's totally funny that you bring up the traffic thing. I remember this is not an indication of... it's not weird or anything, but I remember, like, when I was a kid, even growing up, that was something that my dad always did. He always made sure that he was on the side of traffic. He would stop me in my tracks to move me...
Yes.
...out of the way of traffic, and he would stand in... he would...
Take that side.
Yep, he would switch on the sidewalk with me. He would switch wherever we were going, wherever we were walking, ever since I was a kid, and he did it his whole life.
Yep.
And it's something that resonated with me and totally stuck with me, so I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with you on that one.
And there too, the chivalry and walk me to my door, kiss me goodnight, open my door, close my door, all that stuff, but it plays into the protector role. That example right there of the traffic, it plays into the protector role.
Yep.
It's making you feel like a lady, and I don't like this. I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. Like, all these women have ruined it for us when they threw their bras into the pile and lit them on fire with the bullshit women's rights movement. No, keep your bras on.
Yep.
And stop being self-righteous. There's a difference between men and women. I like a man to be a man. I like the traditional gender roles. I don't want to be the alpha dom type A in my masculine energy. If you can't put me, a man has to be able to have me in my feminine energy. If I can't be in my feminine energy around you, you are not the man for me.
I think that's totally fair. Like, I have I am very much like, I'll just do it myself, right? Like, I can take on a whole lot of things, but I agree. I would absolutely love to have that traditional gender role if someone, That's interesting that you say that. Totally. I totally agree. Yep. I've never thought about it before. It's a great thought.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about the sappy stuff? How do you feel?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my heart. Like an alpha dom man that has a sweet romantic lovey side.
Oh, okay.
It makes my heart happy.
Yes, it does.
What examples do you have, Courtney, of this sappy? I love your idea. I want to hear more about this.
I don't know. And I don't know. It's not something that I'm super familiar with, obviously, but like the thought of a good morning, the thought of a good morning text
and a good night
let me know when you get home safe.
Right. Sweet little nothings.
Sweet nothings. Sentiment.
Yes.
I love Like
thoughtfulness, being thought of.
You know, the stupid stuff that they have in the movies, like the really sappy romantic gestures that are just ridiculous, and they are ridiculous.
Like the boombox outside the window.
You didn't hear say anything.
I'm sorry, I still want a man to show up at my door with a ball of Schweppes, and that stuff sucks. Like I said, I want Canada Club, like Canada Dry Ginger Ale. But I want him to show up with some Schweppes so he can be like, I hear because I swept you off your feet. Just like ultimate cheesy, silly, goofy. Oh yeah, like
cheesy. I think is a great word.
Cheesy.
Cheesy.
Yeah.
I absolutely love cheesy, and I don't care who you are. There is no woman out there that doesn't like a little bit of cheese. Right. Especially
alongside a nice glass of wine.
Amen. I don't know.
That's for you, Roxanne. Love you long time.
Want some wine with your cheese?
Right?
Yeah. I don't know. I like the sappy, sentimental stuff. I mean, I don't need it, but I really, really, really enjoy it.
Right? I know, but could you really ask yourself, could you live without that? Like, if you're your perfect partner, it's about how would your perfect partner treat you?
Okay, fair enough.
If they didn't have that, would you be satisfied?
I honestly don't know.
I don't think I would. It would feel very cold.
Maybe.
There's something about the warmth and the connect. It's the thoughtfulness, being thought of. Oh, you know what I love?
What?
Oh, it was with DF. He's just opened so many doors. DF freaking remembered everything about me. Even ridiculous things I never would have thought of. He remembered what song was playing in my apartment when we first hung out. And like,
really?
Yeah. And he remembered like where I had bags positioned and like certain things and like what I was wearing, like everything about me.
Cute.
And like, he would look at my pictures online. He'd like all of them all the time. And he'd comment on like weird little things like, oh, I like the focal point of the photo would be like, I don't know, like a dress or something. But he would be like, oh, I love the way that the hair just drooped and hit your shoulder and you had that bracelet. Like just every detail. Like he's so paid attention and just absolutely loved and adored me and made me feel so beautiful and like paid attention to.
See, that's wonderful.
It was so sweet.
I'm not very familiar with that side of things. I've never had a relationship where I've felt that before. So, I mean,
it's once in a lifetime. Teddy.
So it's the idea of it though is very appealing. There is such a thing as too much.
I did think that, like, he would call me beautiful, like, 600 times. Okay, but that's exaggerating. I would say at least 10 times a day. And it was so sweet and endearing, but it got to a point where I was like, really, dude? Like, you've said this 100 times. It's starting to be, like, unbelievable. But then, when it was gone and taken from me, I just appreciated it. Yeah, it was so sweet, and I'm so grateful for that experience and that time, and that's something I love. Or, like, when they just sit there and they look at you. And they just look at you with, like, love and adoration, and they just think you can tell that they cherish you and think you're beautiful. And they just stare and look into your eyes, and they're not uncomfortable, and they just hold your hand, and they just want to be, like, entwined as one. Not, like, in an overly, like, gross, like, codependent way.
No.
Like, just, like, we're, like, together. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. See, okay, I definitely like that. Yeah. I agree. And it's almost like a positive reinforcement because, guys, it's no secret that women are insecure. It's no secret that women
are too.
Say what?
They are too.
Yeah, of course they are. But I mean, we are like tenfold. Probably.
I think that depends.
Maybe.
I think it depends.
Maybe.
I get where you're going with it.
We have insecurities. We have things that we don't like about ourselves. Every single one of us does. There is no exception. No woman thinks that she's perfect.
Women need your attention and men need our respect.
Oh, yes. I like that. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep, totally.
We need to feel loved. They need to feel appreciated.
Yeah. Like, you know what? You got guys out there that are...
assholes? Oh, sorry. My inside voice keeps coming out. Down that Tourette. Shit. Play games?
I was going to go in the other direction with that. I was going to say you have the guys that are working full-time, and then they come home from work and they cook and they clean and they like the domesticated, quote-unquote domesticated. And
I wouldn't like that, but I'd be totally okay with a cook.
I think that I would have to share.
Yes,
like,
that is nice.
That's like, you know what? It's like the person that like wants to do everything for you. You're like, no. Like,
yeah. It's too much.
I think that's probably where I'm going with the too much. Like, I need there to be a balance.
That's fair, yeah.
I need there to be a balance. And you know what? Some days, fine. You know, like if I feel like crap and I don't want to cook or clean, to have someone that has the ability to do that. But on the other hand, on the flip side of that, also be able to reciprocate that.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
How would you feel? So when you talk about balance, is it the same tasks you need balance in? Or do you feel like each sex brings something? I understand that. I'm just going based off of heterosexual relationships. There's no bias against any other kinds. But for our sake and our experiences.
Because it's our experience.
Right.
We only know the heterosexual.
Correct.
Yeah.
Would you say that each sex balances each other in your ideal relationship? Of one might bring this to the table, but the other one does this stuff.
Yes. But at the same time, I also think that a relationship is not a 50-50. I think that it's 100 and 100.
Abso-frickin-lutely it is. 100.
I think that both sides have to give just as much, and I think that both sides have to be willing to do and learn and adapt with each other.
I will say, I stand by this about the cooking thing because it's a point of contention for me.
Okay.
That's a whole other episode. Men, it's their job to barbecue. A man's job is to barbecue. I don't care. A man's job, you barbecue, grill daddy. You get up on that thing with your own tongs and you shake that ass for me, baby. Right? Woo, Lord.
You know what?
Turn around and give me some of your secret sauce, daddy. Right, I want a man that cues. Like, you're just bearded and fucking
yeah, I can get
burly.
Behind that.
Right?
I can get behind. Okay, well.
I'll go prep the stuff in the kitchen. That's cool. I'll bake, but like, you better be grilling.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not grilling. Like, it's just sexy watching your man grill.
Yeah, but I don't think that it's out of necessity. Like, I can grill if I need to, but yeah, no, I'd really rather watch him do that.
Right? Like,
totally.
I'm not. That's his job.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's fair. I think I like that. Yep. It has absolutely nothing to do with gender roles. It has everything to do with... Okay, but it has everything to do with you want to watch your man do that.
Well, that's not entirely true. I also just don't want to do it.
Okay. I guess there is that. To each their own, I suppose.
But to be treated, yeah, like how do you want to feel?
Well, I mean, obviously the protector is definitely a huge aspect. I think, the romance, I think that it shouldn't be forced.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes. It can't be fake.
I want you to do that because you want to do that. And I understand that that's not always going to be the mentality or the mood, and that's fine. It's not like it needs to be a constant thing.
Correct.
But just a random here and there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice.
It is.
It's just a nice, and that goes both ways. Like,
yes.
I want to be able to just be like, hey, how's your day? Thinking about you. Like just little things.
I do like those little thoughtful, yeah. Like I love the good morning and the good nights.
I do too.
And I mean, I guess it can become like routine, quote unquote, but it's just nice. Like when you have it, it's like, oh, I like that.
It's like a little security blanket.
Yeah, like not even that. It's just nice. Like you wake up in the morning, you have a message from them, or
oh yeah,
you got a little cute message, something nice to go to sleep to. You know what I mean? It's just nice.
It's the best. It's like because there's no expectation of anything more. Like you just like
it's just simple.
It's so simple. Like you just wake up and you're just like, you just have a smile on your face immediately because you see their name on the screen.
Yes.
Right? That to me is, it's totally a thing.
It's a big one for me. And I think it's a lot to do with trauma, but also respect.
Okay.
I want my man to treat me like not a prize as in like an idol, but like a prize as in I'm proud to be with you. I'm proud to show you off.
Yeah.
Take me out with your friends. Show me off. Like, don't be afraid to be, not PDA and gross, but don't be afraid to like show affection or anything like that. Like, take me out and be proud and like be so sweet and loving in public and just like, yeah, like just
kind of like,
don't hide me in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Nobody puts baby in a corner. Yeah. I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, like it shouldn't, if I'm going to hide in the house, like, what point?
Exactly.
And it's not, okay, all right, but one caveat to that. It's not like I need to be like, like taken out all the time.
No,
and, like,
not like taken out, but like
paraded around. That's not what we're getting at.
Yeah, like be out
if
there.
If we're out for some event,
mm-hmm.
It's
like you don't have wandering eyes. Your eyes are like, you're not like out with the head, like on the swivel, looking around, like checking everything out. It's like, this is my woman. I'm proud to be with her. And like vice versa.
Yeah.
To look at your man and have that like, gaga goo goo, like, oh, I'm with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You go all gooey for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yep. Like proud to be with you and show you off.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's a big one for me.
I mean, I think that a connection is very important. Not only physical, but I'm talking about like
mental,
emotional, personality wise. It is key.
Ooh, yeah, let's talk personality. Oh, that's huge.
Like you have to have a good vibe and rapport relationship, and communication. Totally. Yep. Like, I don't want to be guessing.
No.
I don't want to guess how you're feeling. I don't want to have to pull it out of you either. Like,
correct.
If I ask you how you're doing and you're not doing okay, tell me you're not okay.
Right? And I don't want your cryptic little backhanded messages. Like, just be upfront. Say what you mean what you say.
Like, it's okay to not be okay.
Yep. Don't hide it. Just be honest. Like,
Like, please, like, I ask because I genuinely care.
Totally.
I ask because I want to know the truthful answer to that question, and I want to help. Even if helping is listening to you vent and not being able to do a damn thing about it.
And you know what's another good one on that line, though, that I never thought that I liked until Schmeed?
Right.
Now, he was abusive, obviously, but there was one piece that, when done correctly, I actually really like because I've never had it before.
Okay.
Well, actually, one of my buddies is like that now, which I really appreciate. But I like when he can put me in my place and call me out. Like, not just sit there and take.
Yes.
Like, don't just be a yes man, a little agree man. Like, it's okay to disagree.
Yep.
And like, if I'm out of line or like, put me in my place.
I mean, I can't promise that I'll be happy that you're putting me in my place, but yes, please do.
Right?
Don't let me get away with shit, because I don't want a relationship where I am lording over every decision, every conversation. I don't want you to have to ask my permission to do anything. You want to do something, go do it.
Totally. And I get it. Like, I'm Queen Brat. I was doing Brat before it was cool, before it was the thing. Like, right? I know. That's me. That's 100%. But you're it's I want to know where you're going and what you're doing, because I want you to be safe. Yeah.
I want you to be okay. I want to make sure that you're going to come back to me at the end of the day. Right? I don't want, like, if you're going to have plans, if you're going to go do stuff, whatever. And I might not enjoy the not spending time.
I got lost in translation on that one.
I know, sorry, I'm tangenting.
Oh, that's okay. I was like, wait, what? How?
Yeah,
does this connect?
No, it doesn't.
Brain, compute, error, 404 not found.
404 not found. But it kind of ties together, because, like, you see relationships where, like, one partner is domineering and one person is like they have the control. They wear the pants, quote unquote. They quote unquote wear the pants, and it's like you have to report everything to them, and you have to, like,
it's like a requirement rather than just a courtesy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, it's more of a, well, I have to check with them first, because they might not be okay with it. It's like I
like when it's like natural.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh, hey, I'm doing this, and it's just a natural, like, random. It's not because anyone needs it or wants it. It's just because it's a keeping the other person informed.
Keeping them informed. Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Keeping your, like, the togetherness there.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like, you're my person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
And I think that that's kind of where that comes into play. It's like I want to make sure that you're safe and okay, rather than needing the control over aspects, like who you see when you see them, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's. But and another thing about that is, like, we're not all going to have the same friends. You're going to have your own friends. I'm going to have my own friends. Like, it's okay to not spend every waking moment together. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to have your own hobbies. Like, have your own hobbies. Have your own passions and your own...
Well, it's healthy.
It's very healthy, right? Like, have your own space. Mm-hmm. I think that that's incredibly important, too. You need a space where it's yours. Whether it be an office, whether it be, for those who don't live together, like a separate home, a separate place, like whatever you're going to do, you need to have something that's uniquely yours, because otherwise that kind of creates a codependent. You
need to have autonomy within your relationship too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Because, I know that I would want that. I know that I would want the ability to have my own space. I know that I would want the ability to just, check out and veg sometimes. Not that being with another person would take that away, but I think that if you have too much of anything is not usually a good thing.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm off base about that.
Affection. I am such a cuddly, kissy, huggy person. I need someone that's like that too.
Okay.
And I don't think I could ever have too much of it. Like, I remember having, I'm not even shitting you, a 5.5 hour long makeout session, which was amazing. It was awesome. It was fantastic. But, like, I need someone that can match that level of affection. It's like, when you come in, like, when my partner comes in the door, I want to run up to him, give him a hug and a kiss, and let him know, like, I'm so happy you're here.
Sure.
And vice versa. And like, affection is huge. It's gotta be, like, cuddly, kissy, like, sweep the hair off of my face when you look at me, like, grab my head and just, like, hold me close and tight and for long, and, like, that embrace. Like,
I love that too.
Can never get enough of that. And, like, a cuddly sleeper. I'm sorry, I have to have a cuddly sleeper. I don't care what happens when we fall asleep. If you got to roll, we better be falling asleep, cuddling. I want to wake up and have snuggles in the morning. And if you got a problem with that essay, then hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Hit the road, Jack.
And don't you come back no more.
See, so I don't know. I can honestly say I don't know. I've never slept with anybody, like, in a,
that's fair.
I've never cuddled.
Oh, I love
in bed with anybody ever.
I'm sick of cuddling Pedro and Pandy.
Pedro and Pandy.
Oh, I gotta introduce the viewers to Pedro and Pandy. Squirrel. I love pandas. Pandas and fire. I love pandas so much that when I'm sad, I watch the videos from Szechuan, China, of the kids and adults going there to hug the baby pandas and hold them, and it makes me sad and cry happy tears. It's so cute. Aww. They wear little pants and little sweaters. And they're all the same. They have cute little pants and cute little sweaters. And I love it. I
want one.
So Pedro is my 5-foot panda, and he's huge. His head is like 3.5 feet. And he's 5 feet tall.
Huge.
And his name is Pedro, because you don't fuck with Pedro. He's like my panda with, like, some Cuban persona. Like, you don't fuck with Pedro, okay? It's just a rule. And he sits in my living room protecting me. And then Pandy is new. Because I can't snuggle Pedro. So Courtney and Brittany, for my birthday in December, got me Pandy. And he's a little weighted panda, and he's so soft and so sweet, and he lives in my bed with me. So I have one panda in each room, and he's cuddle size, and he's so lovely. So that is Pedro and Pandy. And you don't fuck with either of them.
That's right.
And cuddles.
We're cuddling. We're talking about cuddling.
Yeah, that's right.
I have just recently discovered that I very much enjoy cuddling.
How'd you discover this?
a really, 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 really good friend.
Aww. Tell us more about your cuddle sensations.
I mean, really, really, really good friend for the moment. Not sure. Don't know. We'll see what happens.
I like it. I like it.
And, yeah, I don't know. The cuddling is next level. I can just relax. I can get comfy. And yeah, we just, watch a movie or talk or whatever. And you just,
right?
Yeah, you just have
like that warmth of the
just
skin on skin too.
Not even that.
Oh, I like that part. It's
Not
nice.
even that. I just, just cuddle up on the couch and watch a movie or, it's.
I just thought of something funny and so gross.
You thought of something funny? Oh, dear. Uh-oh.
It's so weird.
Okay.
So a guy I almost got married to back in the day. We would like cuddle all the time, and I don't know what it was. This is really fucked up, you guys. This is so embarrassing. I don't know what, he just smelled so good. Like, I just loved how he smelled. Like, I would sit there, I call it his nook, and I like lie there in his nook, like under his arm, but like against his chest, right?
Yeah.
And he'd have his arm around me, and I would sit there and smell his armpit.
Oh my gosh.
Because part of it was his deodorant smelled really good, but like, I guess his pheromones were so good. I was like, he's like, you're so fucking weird. I'd like nestle my nose in his armpit hair.
Okay, that's a little far. But I totally get when they smell good.
Right? Oh.
That's like next
Fucking
level shit.
Babe, you smell good and I hate you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know. You're like,
oh, the smell.
I could just, just sit there and sniff for a little while. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Totally.
She's like, yeah.
Yep.
And then when they leave, you don't want to take off
You're like, no.
their clothes. And
I totally understand why women steal hoodies.
I'm such a hoodie fan. Like, if you're not going to give me one of your hoodies, you punk ass daddy, I don't want you. I demand a hoodie.
All right, but the thing is that you're small enough that it could work.
Listen.
That would never happen for me. It would be like fit my arm. Okay?
You could jack it and put it over top of your pillow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? You could make like a pillow person, like DJ Tenor.
Aww.
Right? A pillow person with their sweater.
Aw, Deej.
Right? Full House.
Full House.
Throwback. Yeah, that's another one that has to go on the list. How do they treat you? They let you have their hoodie.
How do they have to let you have their hoodies?
I mean, let is an operative word.
They don't really have a choice.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like we're kind of tangent on how we want to be treated, but
this all ties together. I think that this is like totally, I don't know. And we are obviously like
hashtag hoodie whore.
Oh gosh.
Scroll.
We're not cliches at all.
Oh no, never.
Never. I don't know. I feel like we've hit a lot of good points.
Right? We really have.
We really have.
There's so many more though.
I mean, there's always good points to hit.
Oh, you know what? It's a must. Absolute must.
What?
Sense of effing humor.
Oh,
I need someone to treat me like their lover and best friend. It has to be both. Like, It can't always be. I can't be serious all the time. I cannot do it. But I also can't joke all the time either. Like, you can't not ever take anything seriously.
Yeah, you have to have moments of like,
we
totally
be able to play fight with me, be all cutesy schmootsy, like, oh, it's just like funny, silly stuff. Like, I remember this one memory with like Diab, and it's like we were watching the sunrises together and the sunsets. It was so cute. And he's like, oh, when the nighttime goes bye and then the morning comes, and it was just so dorky and so freaking cute. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just be goofy with me and treat me like I'm like your like best friend, but you can like bug me and like it's like the little boy on the playground that pulls your pigtails because he likes you.
Yes,
like that. Like, you gotta treat me like that.
Yes,
like I want the love and respect, but I want the silly, goofy banter.
Well, and I think that's kind of like everybody wants to marry their best friend. That's just the way it goes. Like, you want that somebody that is just they're everything. They encompass every I don't know, everything that you're looking for, because they'll get your humor. They'll get the, you know, the sick side of you. They've seen the best. They've seen the worst. Like, you know, that's kind of.
And that's where I can say I actually don't have that experience of having a best guy friend and then being with them. It's always been like random people I met and we just like, it was weird. I don't know how to date. I've never been on a real first date where a guy's like,
neither have I.
Ever once. And of all the people, it was just like, oh, I like you. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Okay, cool. And it was weird. That was just like the thing, and that's just how it worked. I've never had someone be like, can I take you out on a date before we were actually a thing? That's a whole, I've never had that. And it's never been someone I was friends with before. I've never had that longevity of like a friendship. Like you have a best guy friend, and that's amazing. I'm like, how, like that's so freaking cool. I don't have that basis. And it's like, you want your partner to be your best friend.
Yeah.
And it didn't even dawn on me till like this month when my buddy pointed it out to me. He's like, well, have you ever like, are these people just all options or have they been friends at first? I'm like, holy shit. I was like, have I fucked up the whole time?
I think that's what you want to build it on. You definitely want to build a relationship off of a friendship. And I say that because a friend is someone that is not... Why are you laughing at me?
A friend's just a stranger you haven't
met yet. Oh, gosh. I feel like if a friendship is something that is more solid than anything, right? Like if you've built... Because typically when you develop friendships with people, you develop a rapport, you develop vibes, like you develop trust. You put the work in without the payoff.
And without even realizing there's no means to an end. It's just natural.
It's just, it just is what it is, right? Like there's no end game.
Yeah, and I've never experienced that. And like, I'm like, shit, did I do everything wrong my whole life and do it all backwards without even knowing? I mean, the guy I almost got married to, he became my best friend at the time, but we didn't start that way. It actually started kind of messy.
Yeah.
But like, it was a beautiful mess. But I just, it dawned on, and I had to reflect on it. I'm like, wow, I kind of feel stupid.
But I mean, like, look at the, like, you know, like if you watch some older couples and you've seen some relationships, like you see them, like they do the, you know, quote unquote courting first, right? Like they get to know each other before anything. Yes. And they develop a relationship on the basis of friendship first. And I think that is huge.
I agree. And I feel like it's not like that nowadays. People don't understand how, like, that one story you told me was so beautiful. And I'm not going to say it on air. I don't know if whatever for discreetness, but, that touched my heart and I love it. And like my grandma and my grandpa's story was just so beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like,
it took me a second to realize which one we were talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just like, it was just amazing. Like, and they're together for like 60 years. And I'm like, I want old school love.
Yeah. Like the pursuit and the
commitment, the monogamy, the loyalty, the faithfulness. Like, you're my person that's made for life. Like lobsters.
Like lobsters.
You're my lobster.
You're my lobster.
He walked down the beach claw and claw.
He's a lobster.
Love friends. But yeah, I've never done that. And I think like it's awesome that you have like a best friend like that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. I'm really lucky.
Yep.
Cause you know, and it's one of those things, like he knows all my shit.
Yep.
I can't hide anything from him. He has to look at me and he's like, what's wrong?
Right.
And I'm like a crying mess on his shoulder.
Oh, I love it.
He does it to me all the time. He thinks it's funny.
So I guess I should give a shout out. Denny L. He's like that. Denny L is my good guy friend. I like cry to him all the time. And he's like, you're an idiot and I can't handle emotions, but I got you. And then he makes me go out and tries to cheer me up, which is lovely. So,
see, that's really nice.
But it's not like that deep, like, long. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. It's one of those things. And honestly, we could go on for days.
We could, yes.
But we do need to wrap it up.
Oh, we should. Yeah, we probably should do that. I mean, we had lots of great points, and we got to end on a high note. Silly banter.
Silly banter. Yep, of course.
Excellent.
Like we do,
right? Like whatever.
So yeah, I think that this is. I mean, we could totally come back to this
That's true.
because it's probably a never-ending list. I think that there's always something that we're going to need, something always that we're going to want that we don't know about yet.
And we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, please.
We want to hear from you. How do you want to be treated? What are like the top few things that are a must have in your life?
And like we're talking, like we're two women, right?
Yeah.
What do the guys think?
Yeah, we want to
What do they
know.
look for?
Ooh, yeah, we want to know from the men.
Right?
What are you looking for? How do you want to be treated by a woman?
Yep. What are some things that you look for? What is your ideal perfect partner?
Something to think about on the late night cruise while you keep the drive alive.
Keeping that drive alive, baby. Until next time.
Take care.
You're listening to Blind Chats with the Backroad Chicks. Thanks for joining our late night cruise.
For help keeping your drive alive, please tune in next week for more shenanigans.